Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to the warm-up number 6. That's the warm-up to get you ready for the Sax Creative Experience Week. The Sax Creative Experience Week, let me adjust here the camera. Sax Creative Experience Week is an event where I'm going to show you how we can start playing saxophone, learn improvisation. Meanwhile, we are learning improvisation, and you will discover music as a language, and you will see that saxophone is a musical instrument where you will express yourself musically. So that's a tool where you are expressing yourself musically. So that warm-up class is to get you ready for the Sax Creative Experience Week. Sax Creative Experience Week will happen between 28 April and 30 May. So if you are watching the warm-up lessons, you will get ready for the main event. So if you are watching here, you can get ready. You can learn a lot of things. You have a lot of things to learn through the warm-up lessons. And mainly, we can engage here because we are live. We can build a community. So if you are watching, you can comment here, you can give your like on the video, you can follow the channel. We can engage here with each other because community is also a way to learn. We need to see that people are in the same process than us. It's very important. Because of it, I'm live here to get you, to give you knowledge. So stay here. Let's share experience, and it's a pleasure to stay here with you all. So Sax Creative Experience, that's, just remember, that's the warm-up class number 6. We are having warm-up lessons every weekday. The morning in the UK, 11 a.m. and in the evening, 7 p.m. So that's the second warm-up lesson of the day to make you ready for the day. So especially if you are starting from zero, if you already play saxophone, it's a way to review. Most of saxophone players are not learning what I'm sharing here because I'm sharing knowledge where you see music as a language. Okay, it's very important. So let's show up, listen, engage. Let me know where you are from, if you are live now or if you are watching the replay. Let's understand music as a language. So you don't need ears, just to explain you. You don't need ears, you don't need advanced theory. You can start from zero learning improvisation. So especially on that warm-up lesson, I'm going to explain you the importance of improvising. I'm going to show you that improvisation is not something that you have to play once you know all the techniques or you play all the notes on your instrument. You don't have to, you have to learn meanwhile you are improvising. It can support you with your tone, it can support you with your fingering, with your listening. So improvisation is a way to learn, to enjoy even more the process. A lot of people don't want to go ahead with the saxophone especially because I'm frustrated, want to learn fast, and you know that it's almost impossible. Play all the songs overnight is impossible. So if you are being creative since the beginning, since the first steps, it's a way for you to enjoy the process and start developing your own language since the beginning. So this warm-up lesson, I'm going to show you that we can do it. Where you are from, let me know where you are from. If you are beginning, returning play, let me know your current situation on saxophone. Let's know better each other. Let's engage here. You see, I know most of you are still watching all the warm-up lessons. Maybe you are just arriving now. So it's very important to engage here because we can see that we have people watching with us. It's very important because we can build a community so people can engage. We can know, everyone. It's very important. It can support our knowledge or learning environment. Uh, so if you practice but you think you are not improving, know some notes but you can't play, you are just starting, returning. So you played when you were a teenager and now then you want to return, or you have a saxophone in your home, want to practice it, someone gave you a saxophone and you want to learn, or you love the saxophone and I think about to buy a saxophone to start learning. We can share our experience. So who I am, just let me present myself to you. I play saxophone professionally for over 20 years, different kind of settings. I play with different groups, corporate events, private events, touring projects, theater, cruise ship, yacht, different kind of events. I played already in over 30 countries in different settings. I have bachelor degree in music education. My final project was a method. I developed a method teaching saxophone through improvisation. Exactly the seed of that project I am sharing with you. And then I developed my master degree in popular music practice, where I explored different musical styles. I was traveling around the world, jamming with musicians, playing different styles. So I developed even more my method to share with you these techniques, composing, improvising, playing standard songs of different musical styles of different places of the world. And I'm creator of the SCI method, the method I'm sharing here with you for free on that event. So you are not stuck because improvisation is too advanced. A lot of people think that improvisation, as I told in the beginning, a lot of people think that improvisation is too advanced. People think that improvisation is just, for example, you listen Michael Brecker, John Coltrane. You have as reference, the top jazz players of the industry, the jazz player that play a lot of, you know, recorded a lot in the main albums of the history of jazz. You have as reference exactly these saxophone players. But no, improvisation is we are just improvising. It doesn't matter if we are improvising one specific style or if you are improvising using just a small context. You can improvise using just one small chord. I'm going to show you on that class exactly how can we improvise using notes of the chord. So if you don't know nothing about it, I can show you on that warm-up lesson that we can improvise using just few notes. We don't have necessarily to be considered an improviser, play all the styles of the world. No, it's something that we develop progressively. We have to develop your musical knowledge. First of all, we have to understand the music, the musical elements. We have to recognize it. How can we recognize? We have to recognize understanding through the history, through the patterns, listening. It's all about technique, all about techniques. It's not from the start. A lot of people think that music is something created by the angels, but no, we're created by human beings. I'm going to share here exactly these techniques. Human being created music. We are always creating music. Just remember, in the description of the video after that warm-up lesson, in the description, you can access the playlist with the previous warm-up lessons. That's the warm-up lesson number 6. We will have at least 20 warm-up lessons to get you ready for the Sax Creative Experience Week. So every warm-up lesson, I'm focusing in one objection because I know I have a lot of student people that follow me. I had hundreds of students in different countries. So I know that we have a lot of objections. People are not going ahead because have some myth, many objections. So every day I want to try to explain it, try to break every day you want to you can't block yourself. If you want to learn saxophone, don't block yourself because of knowledge that you have that is blocking you to go ahead. Okay, so let's go. You are stuck because you avoid improvisation. So improvisation is a way you can enjoy the process. You can enjoy the process. As I told you before. When sometime I'm repeating it almost every lesson. Maybe you can understand something intellectually, but you can't express on the saxophone. I I I I always tell you that we have the intellectual side and the physical side. To be able to play on saxophone, we have to repeat because your body has a different time. We have to repeat, 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 repeat. Develop your tone. Your intellectual side is responsible to understand that your body needs to be educated. Okay, so try to balance. Avoid go ahead with your intellectuality. Avoid go deeper because you can get frustrated. Okay, so go slow, slow. Go in the rhythm of your instrument. So meanwhile you are understanding the rules in music, the rules because music are made by rules. Practice your instruments. Go slow, slow. Try always to balance mental side, body side, mental side, body side. It's very important to understand it. Okay, so you are stuck because you are avoid improvisation. So improvisation is a way to go ahead to enjoy the process. We have to understand it. So improvisation is real time learning. We are learning in a creative way. So our brain learn by doing. It's part of our learning. We are exploring some object. We are understanding how it works. We are exploring the limits of the object. So in music, it's the same. Once for example, you know already how to play one note, we can explore. For example, you are developing your rhythm concept, your beat, time perception. Even time perception is something that we have to develop. You know, everybody has to develop. Everybody, you need to develop. Everybody started from zero, and everybody developed the timing perception because it's not something natural. Natural, it was created. It was created. It's not part of the human. I mean, was created by human, but it's not, for example, like eat. You have your digestive. You can eat. Your brain, your body can digest. If you eat rice, your body can digest it. But music is not in our origin. Origin, I mean, in the society. You don't need to learn music to survive. To survive in the world. You don't need to learn music. It's a extra activity. So you have to develop muscle memory. So our brain, when we are learning how to recognize rhythm pattern and then harmonic pattern, we have to develop it. It's like develop muscle. You go to the gym. If you go to the gym every day and you eat properly, protein, carb, you are having the enough rest. Music is the same. We have to develop it. You have to develop it. So it's an extra activity. Human beings don't need to learn music to survive. So understand it. You have to see that we need effort. We need to spend time, and it's something that we can enjoy, something that we can have fun with it. Okay, so understanding first. Then, for example, when we are learning words we need to learn words. We have tongue. We can express ourselves in words. We have to understand the meaning of things. We have to recognize everything by words. But before recognized by words, the object has some purpose. We can use, for example, speaker. When I mention that word speaker, you know what is speaker. Speaker is speaker, PA system. You know that we have to listen music. It has a purpose. It was created to listen music. So we can turn on the speaker, and about 1,000 of people can listen music through a speaker. It's a new technology. It was invented in about 100 years, less than 100 years. People created speaker. So everyone now know what means speaker. Internet. Everybody knows what is internet. But 100 years ago, you think if you go back there to 100 years ago, if you can use teleport, teleport machine, uh, travel in the time, travel to the past, and guys, I forgot my phones. They will not recognize. It's something that we have to develop, because something that we can recognize. Music is the same. We have to recognize the time, the tempo, understand the beats, how to measure the beats, how to measure the key signature. Then we have to understand the notes. Then we have to understand the scales. Then we have to understand what mean chords and memorize which chord. For example, you see here on that lesson, we will practice playing notes of one chord. So just one chord. We have infinite chords. So we are always developing, learning something new inside music. Okay, you don't have to know everything for now. You can discover something and explore your musicality through that instrument in just one small topic. Okay, so let's focus on simple improvisation, one element. Let me show you something that we can practice. Rhythm and a few notes. Just remember, on the description, the warm-up lesson number 1, 2, we were talking about time, and then we are on the warm-up lesson number 6, so we are exploring a lot of key elements in music. So improvisation train, attention. When you are improvising, you are developing attention, you are developing memory, so you can recognize something you already played before. Motor control, muscle memory, decision making, listening, especially listening. A lot of people learn saxophone through reading. So it's not reading. Reading is another purpose. Reading is a kind of communication. For example, if I'm writing a letter, an email, it's a way to communicate, not a way to express musically. It's a way to communicate. Okay. In the past, remember, radio recording is a modern tool. In the past, we had just the paper. The only way to express, for example, if I am songwriter, I want to write a song for an orchestra in Portugal. How can I transmit my composition? On the paper. I have to write on the paper to the musician. Today we have recording. Today we have Spotify. Today we have YouTube. Okay, so let's forget a bit about the music sheet. Let's develop listening, creativity. I'm not telling you that's not important. Reading, yeah, it's important. It's a extra tool. So we can develop creativity. We can develop tone. A lot of people write me, Marcelo, I want to develop my tone. Okay, just practice, just improvise, and you see if you are improvising, being creative. You see if you are practicing, learning small elements in music, playing, being consistent. Keep going. In 6 months, if you are being creative, check if your tone will not improve. Check if your tone will not improve. Okay, so it's something that you are always improving. Naturally, we can improve. About tone, a lot of people want to improve my tone. I want to improve my tone. Let's practice improvisation, and you see if your tone will not improve. So tone is just a consequence. Our voice change. We are human being. Our voice naturally change. The way we speak. The articulation of the phrases. Naturally, you don't have to go to the phonoaudiologist to teach you how to pronounce well. It's something that you develop naturally. Let's do something practical. We are going to play just one chord. If it's a new concept for you, let's play just notes of one chord. Let's explore rhythm. In the previous warm-up lesson, we were talking about rhythm. I compare rhythm with architecture. I compare beats in music. Check there on the after. Check on the playlist. I compare beats in music as, for example, pillar in architecture. You know, the way we have to fix the time. Talking about music as an art, we develop on the dimension of time. So music is developing in the dimension of time. It's another. It's not. We use physical instrument. We use our body, but it's work on the dimension of time. We have to understand the beats and calculate the beat. You know, it's kind of working in another dimension of time. It's not physical because you can close your eyes and you can feel the music. So we are working on the dimension of time. So it's very important to explore the rhythm since the beginning, develop the perception of time, you know, the regularity of the beats. We have to explore it, and we can explore improvisation with just few notes as a way to develop the timing perception. Okay, and also embouchure since the beginning. And let's do it. I'm going to explain you how to do it. The chord is C, chord of C, chord of C, chord of C. What mean chord of C? When you see a chord, it's a kind of map. The chord is saying to you, you can play on that bar these notes. Okay, and specifically chord of C, you can play C, E, G. C, E, G. Should be only C, should be only E, should be also only G. So when you see the chord of C, basically, okay, you can go deeper, but I'm not going deeper. I'm explaining for who is starting from zero. When you see the chord of C, you know that it is telling you to play C, E, O, G. Okay, basically it. Only 3 notes. But remember, you can play only C, only E, or only G. That's the chord of C, you know. We have infinite chords, but now just chord of C. C, what's C? It's a, let's play C. Let's first check if it's okay, everything okay here. C, E, G. Okay, we have C, E, G. Okay, we can improvise using just 3 notes. Then play freely, explore rhythm, repeat ideas. I'm going to use a backing track. I'm going to use ballad, jazz ballad. Okay, just to show you as an example. Following the beats. Okay, the timing perception. Let's check it here. Where it's a quaternary bar, so quaternary bar, we have to understand the beats. I told you already in the previous warm-up lessons, because of it is very important to watch all the warm-up lessons. Okay, so every day I'm teaching something new to get you ready for the Sax Creative Experience Week. So let's listen here, only chord of C, playing the notes C, E, G. So let's listen a bit and then I'm going to improvise. Let's listen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Three, only 3 notes. Okay, just 3 notes. Okay, chords of C. So let's now change the rhythm. Let's change the rhythm. Let's play something. Let's try gypsy jazz. Gypsy jazz. Okay, just three notes. So we can improvise. We have different ways to improvise. Sure, I have much more experience than who is starting from zero, but I'm showing that is an example. You can just use just one note also. Let's try with just one note. But okay, we have to develop it slow. Something slow, something faster. We can use also one note. Remember when I told you that we can use just one note? C, E, or G, but you can play only C, or you can play also only E, or you can play also only G. Let's do another rhythm, playing only C, only C, swing. Let's play swing, only C, just one note, just one note. Okay, just one note. Okay, because I know that the chord of C is we can play safely. Once you play C, E, and G, you are in harmony. So I'm playing here using a loop of C, just C. So chords of C in different rhythms. So we can already explore it. You know, you can already develop timing perception. It's very important to develop time perception. I told you already in the previous warm-up lessons. Okay, just remember, check here on the description of the video. We have a playlist of all the warm-up lessons to get ready for the Sax Creative Experience Week. Okay, so in the warm-up lesson, I think 1 and 2, we're talking about time and symmetry. Symmetry is very interesting. Concept of beauty, you know, the concept of beauty. I'm sharing with you a lot of knowledge that I'm sure that a lot of is even university will not share, you know, will not share. So you have access for free of a lot of knowledge. So, you know, so explore it. We are here every day online share a lot of information. Stay here with us. That's just the warm-up lesson to make you ready for the Sax Creative Experience Week. Okay, so we played it, exploring rhythm, repeating ideas. We can challenge ourselves to create every time something new. Just remember, we are developing listening, memory, so try to observe what you are creating. Okay? And then that's it. Music is about understanding. Music is a universe, a lot of rules. We create music for hundreds of years. We are always create something. Chord is something new. Chord is something that was invented in few decades ago, you know. Chords, it's some complex to explain now, but chords as a symbol telling you it was created when the popular music was developed, because popular music is a new concept, you know. But something new, because now everybody can learn music, you know. We have acoustic guitar, we have a lot of instruments that can challenge common people to make music. Hundreds ago was basically impossible. A normal people being musician, especially get knowledge, musical knowledge, you know, was something very restricted for a very specific group, you know, aristocratic group, you know. Now everybody can have access. You can get access for free, you know. I spent over 20 years of my life studying and sharing with you for free. So a lot of things in music we can learn, we can share. So music is understanding. We can share rules, we can understand rules, you know. And improvisation is a way to take action, practice it in a creative way, so we can learn, enjoy even more the process. Okay. The next warm-up classes, the next few, just remember we are here almost every weekday, almost no, every weekday until the day of the Sax Creative Experience Week to make sure you can absorb the content, even if you are a bit lost. Just review. I'm trying to be clear. I'm trying to be specific. As I told you before, every day I'm focusing one specific subjection. Sorry, every day I'm focusing one objection because I know I have hundreds of students. I teach for hundreds of people around the world, so I know that people has common objection, common fear that's blocking to go ahead. So I'm focusing on it and explain you that you can develop it. You know, it's a human thing. Everybody can develop it. It's all about how you are enjoying the process, how all about how you dedicate yourself to learn. If you are watching all the warm-up lessons, you can get ready for the Sax Creative Experience Week. So links in the description. If you are not registered yet, in the description you have a link where you can register for the Sax Creative Experience Week, which will happen between 28th April and 3rd May. So register there. After your registration, you will receive a link with to join the WhatsApp group. If you are not already on the WhatsApp group, join there. After your confirmation, you will be automatically redirected to a page where you can stay with us. And I'm sending audios every day. I'm sending the links 10 minutes before. I know we have people on different groups, but the official group of that Sax Creative Experience Week has that logo, you know, in the icon. If it's not that logo here, it's from the previous Sax Creative Experience Week. So I understand if you are not already registered for that current Sax Creative Experience Week, because we are live 2 times per day. So I don't want to spamming everyone, you know. So I avoid share all the lives in other groups. That group, specific group, I'm sending audio every day because there are people that understand that really want to join, have time, you know, have time to join, etc. So make sure you are on the correct group. I know people are in others group, but want to stay also here on that event. So make sure, check in the description, you will be redirected there, direct to the WhatsApp group. If you are receiving audios every morning, you are in the right group. If you received the audio yesterday, today morning, if you will receive tomorrow also, you are in the correct group. Okay, so make sure also to check the playlist. I know we have a lot of people arriving every day, so make sure we have the description here of the video. Description, you have the playlist, so you can review the previous lessons. That was the warm-up lesson number 6, and that's it. Don't forget, we are live here. I know most of you are still shy, just want to listen, but it's interesting to engage also, okay? Because we can build a community, we can know each other. It's very interesting it can happen. It can help us also to learn, not just improvisation. So the community, the sense of community, so we can understand that we have people that are in the same way, the same boat, you know, people that has interest in learning it. So that's it. In the next warm-up lesson, you can engage with us, you know, show up. It's very interesting. That's it. That's it. That's everything okay for today. If you have some question, let me know if you have some question. If you want to ask me something about the class, about the lesson of today. So if not, that's completely normal also. Just don't forget to review. And yes, here we are. That was the warm-up lesson number 6 to get you ready for the Sax Creative Experience Week. So tomorrow we are here again with the link. Your mail, if you are registered, you will receive my mail and on the WhatsApp. And don't forget, check here the description of the playlist with all the previous warm-up lessons. And show up, give you a like here, follow the channel, very important. Okay, Thanks for watching. See you in another warm up lesson. Cheers.